The fuck did you eat on Monday, asshole? Filet mignon? What, you walking into the lunchroom like a fucking nightclub? Ah, chocolate milk's on this motherfucker, let's go. I know this is weird for me to even say, but my son doesn't know what rice is the way I knew rice. Rice was fucking everything to me. Rice was breakfast, rice was lunch, rice for dinner. And I know there's a lot of people out there going, oh, Filipinos eat breakfast? Yes, we do. It's just last night's dinner with an egg. That's all that is. And it's delicious. That's all we ate was rice. That's the key to an Asian household, rice. That shit is always cooking. There's always a pot of rice cooking. The rice cooker's always on. You can get locked in an Asian person's house and all the lights are off. You can find the kitchen. Just look for that little square red light. Oh, there's the fucking rice right there. I sent my son to go get rice the other day. I go, Joe, go grab a bag of rice. And he ran down a couple aisles and then he came back with this little ass bag of rice. It was in his hand like that. And even though I knew that was the bag of rice he was supposed to get, I started reflecting back to when I was his age. The bag of rice I had to get was the size of this fucking stool. That shit was twice my body weight. I had to drag that shit back to my mom. It's a big nylon bag with Chinese writing on the front. It said 50 pounds at the bottom of it. My mom would sit that in the back of the kitchen next to the trash can. Top just ripped open. Inside that bag was a coffee mug with a broken handle. She called that a measuring cup. She taught me how to make rice. I remember that day. I'm going to teach you how to make rice, and this is the only time I'm going to teach you. Okay, how do I do it? You take a couple scoops of rice, Joseph, put it in the pot. Put water in the pot, squish it around. Clean the rice like that. If the water's cloudy, the rice is dirty, pour that water out. Put more water in there, squish it around. Squish it around. If the water is still cloudy, the rice is dirty, pour that water out. Continue the process, Joseph, until the water is clear. When the water is clear, add water. It's ready to cook. Well, then how much water do I add? Just fill it to this line right here, Joseph. This is how you cook perfect rice. I want the world to know that right now. This is an ancient fucking secret. Every Asian knows how to make rice, and this is how you do it. You don't need a measuring cup, and you don't need a fucking rice cooker. All you need is rice, a pot, and this fucking line right here. And I know there's people watching right now, well, how do you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Well, let me explain it to you. Put as much rice as you want in any pot, then fill it up with water. How much water, Joe? Will you touch the top of the rice with this finger right here? And fill it up with water till it hits that fucking line right there. Perfect rice. This is what's even more crazy, that we were in the tenement and these kids actually knew Ronnie from the internet. These kids that live in the tenement can go on YouTube and find another Filipino b-boy from across the world. And then next thing you know, they're dancing together. That shit is beautiful to me. You couldn't do that when I was a kid. I couldn't go online in 1989. Are you kidding me? You know how hard it was for me? Do you know how hard it was for me to find another Filipino comic in 1989 without the internet? Do you know how hard it was for me to just find another Filipino in 1989? It was hard. That's why I wore the Filipino flag on my chest when I did The Tonight Show. A lot of people always ask me, why'd you wear that flag on your chest when you did The Tonight Show? Because I wanted other Filipino kids that wanted to be a comic be inspired when they saw me that night. If they saw me that night, they would be like, yo, I can do that too. That's the only reason why I wore it that night. Actually, there is one other reason why I wore it that night. Because the night after I taped The Tonight Show, the day after, there was a journeyman fighter, a Filipino journeyman fighter by the name of Manny Pacquiao. He was fighting Antonio Barrera. This guy was knocking everybody out. There was no way Manny could have won that fight. There was no way. If you would have bet the house on Manny that night, you'd still be spending that money today. He wasn't supposed to win. And the whole world watched. And I couldn't wait to watch. I was like, yes, finally, there's gonna be a Filipino at the top of his game, getting ready to represent the Filipinos. I couldn't wait. Everyone was watching that on pay-per-view. Hundreds of millions of people watched that fight. And then he won. He fucking won. He won. And I remember just watching it like, oh my God, he won. It was amazing. Because I knew that was the day that hundreds of millions of people were gonna hear the thickest Filipino accent ever. Like, it was so fucking thick. It was the thickest Filipino accent, and I was so happy. I was like, that's my fucking accent right there. I remember that interview like it was yesterday. They're like, so Manny, how did you prepare to fight Antonio Barrera? And he was like, well, when he was, he punched like that, and he went like that, I go like that, and then he hit me, I look at him, I punch him back, he go like that, and then Jesus Christ. But I will say this, man. I was proud of Manny because he spoke English. And I'm not trying to be funny. That was the first time the world got to see a Filipino accent, and I was proud of Manny that day. And no disrespect to Antonio Barrera. No matter how many times he won the championship, he always spoke Spanish, and he's supposed to because he's Mexican. But that night, Manny said, I'm speaking English. I fucking applaud him for that. That's amazing. That was his moment, and he knew he shocked the fucking world, and I'm going to talk the best way I can to let everybody know who the fuck I am, and that's what he did. I remember HBO Sports gave him an interpreter. That's the truth. Look at that, look back. They gave him an interpreter. And I remember when Manny Pacquiao was done talking, they were like, thank you so much, Manny. And then they went to the interpreter and went, what did he say? And the interpreter was like, he's speaking English. You don't understand what the fuck he's saying? Everything he's saying, I'm saying too. You don't understand that? You don't understand Jesus Christ? Talaga? Puntang ina, walang iyak talaga ito, ha? Son of a shit, you. Fuck you, ha? Yo, I'm telling you this, man. I became a comedian, which is totally against the grain when you have a Filipino mom. If you have a Filipino mom, that is not the career choice you're supposed to have. Filipino moms predetermine what their kids are supposed to be when they grow up. And you know I'm not making this shit up. There's a lot of Filipinos in here right now that are nurses. Today is a good day to get injured at a show. Because there will be a nurse in here like, oh my God, put a cold compress on the head. Elevate the pit, elevate the pit. Elevate, what the fuck is elevate? Just lift the fucking pit. Are you stupid? And I'm not, hey, look, I'm not shitting on you for being a nurse. That's a great job, great benefits, good money. I'm just saying, it wasn't your dream. That was your Filipino mom's dream. My mom wanted me to be a nurse. Are you fucking kidding me? Filipino moms shit on their kids' dreams. And you know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. They can't have a dream. What are you talking about, dream? I told my mom I wanted to be a comedian. She cried. Why? Why do you want to be a comedian, Joseph? Oh, your aunties are nurses? Your cousins are nurses? Do you see any clowns in this family? Do you? Shit on my dream right there. Just looked at me and went like this, Joseph, who told you were a bunny? It wasn't me. That's fucked up. I'm just saying, you're a nurse, God bless you, but you know there's some nurses out there that didn't follow their dreams. There's some nurses working at the hospital that wish they were a Jabberwocky. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, follow me to the X-ray. I'll follow you. God damn, that nurse can dance. It was always my dream. My mother did not believe in me.